Hey, what is up guys? Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. We're taking a look at probably one of the most addicting games I've played in a long time, and that is Pokemon GO. This game is strangely addicting. I got it yesterday. I noticed it at the top of the free charts in the App Store, and I was like, you know what? There's got to be a reason why this is here. Let's try it out. So I downloaded it, and a day later, I'm a level 8, and man, did I do a lot of walking around outside to get to that level 8. It took a lot of grinding and catching a lot of Pokemon to get to a level 8 in one day. It's pretty crazy. But like I said, I'm very addicted to this game, and also my legs are very sore today. So basically the way this game works is it goes off of your GPS location. As you guys can see, this is physically where I am on the map. This is where I am in the real world. Luckily there's no street names, so I don't have to worry about any creepers. But like I said, you will physically have to go walk around outside to play this game. And I think it's a really cool idea of a game to do this. And I think that's why it's so addicting. Because basically you can get your exercise in by going out and walking, jogging or running, biking or even rollerblading, what have you. And you can play a game in the process. It just makes, going for a walk a lot more fun and entertaining, in my opinion. I think it's really quite cool. So first thing you're going to be doing is when you download the app, you will create your character. You can customize the gender, male or female. You can customize your hair, your hat, your shirt, your pants, etc. And there's a bit of customization involved. There's not too many different outfits you can choose from, but there's enough to give your character, your own kind of look. So once you've made your character, you come into the world here, and like I said, you gotta go and find Pokemon, and you have to do that by going and walking around outside. So the way you're gonna find Pokemon is, if you guys notice in the lower right there, I have a Pokemon that has 2 footprints. The footprints indicate its distance from you. We can go ahead and click on that little tab. As you guys can see, here are all the Pokemon that are nearby. And you can go ahead and select on one if that's the Pokemon you wanna go find, and it will basically put it in that little tray in the lower right. Now, these are all Pokemon that I have found and caught, so that's why it shows the image of them. If you have not found a Pokemon in the nearby section here, it will show as a gray kind of icon, and those are the ones you want to go for. You want to go for the ones that you haven't found yet. But like I said, I've found all these Pokemon, so you can go ahead and select on it, and it shows the footprints. You notice there's 2 footprints and 3 footprints, and also if you're very close to the Pokemon, there will be 1 footprint. So there's another one that just popped up. It's out wandering around outside. So like I said, 1 footprint means it's very close. 2 footprints means it's medium distance from you. And then 3 footprints means it's pretty far. So once you've selected on the Pokemon you want to hunt down, basically you just go walk outside and you try to get those footprints to go down. And as it goes down, it basically means you're getting closer to it, and you will eventually run into it on your map. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any Pokemon that are in my immediate area right now, and I am recording this video, so I can't physically. Never mind, there's a Pokemon that just popped up on cue. Thank you. I think that's a Pidgeot. So let's go ahead and let's catch a Pokemon. So once you've ran into one, just click on it. There we go. The Pidgey, not Pidgeot, Pidgey. So the way you're going to catch it is you grab your Pokeball and you throw it at the Pokemon. You'll see a green ring. I like to throw the Pokeball when the green ring is at its largest. I've noticed that works the best, so let's give it a shot. And I totally missed. It's a bit tricky to throw these Pokeballs. There we go. So then once you hit the Pokemon, he will go into the Pokeball. There is a chance for him to escape, and we caught him. So we will get a little pop-up here. There we go. So as you guys can see, I got 100 dust. Also, I got 3 candies for that type of Pokemon. I got a experience bonus here, which will go towards my level. So I go ahead and click on OK, and then it shows the Pokemon that you caught. Each Pokemon is basically rated for its CP level. This is a CP 23, so not that strong of a Pokemon. It shows its name. You can actually customize the name of your Pokemon if you want by clicking on the little kind of pencil icon. It shows its health points. It shows its type, its weight, its height. It shows how much Stardust you have, how many Pidgey candies you have, and you use those candies and Stardust to power up your Pokemon and also to evolve them, which is cool. Also, you do have its moves here, so its attack moves is Tackle, and that does 12 points of damage, and Aerial Ace, which is 25 points of damage. And then below that, you will have a map. Luckily, it's zoomed out, so it doesn't really show you guys where I live. And it shows on a map where you actually caught that Pokemon, which I think is really cool because let's say you go on vacation somewhere and you just happen to pull out your Pokemon GO app. If you find some really cool Pokemon on a vacation, you can always kind of remember that with that little map, remembering, you know, oh, hey, I caught this Pokemon in Chicago. So that is what the Pokemon kind of section looks like. So once you've caught a bunch of Pokemon, you can click on the little Pokeball in the middle there, and this will bring up a few different sections. You got your Pokédex, your shop, your items, and your Pokemon. So we can go ahead and click on Pokemon. So here are all the Pokemon that I have so far. I have some pretty high level ones. The Pidgeot, I actually did a lot of evolving and leveling up last night. So this is the highest level Pokemon I have currently. And its HP is 1 out of 69, so I need to do some healing for that Pokemon, and I'll show you guys how that works here in a minute. So you can basically go through and check out all your different Pokemon. You can power them up, you can evolve them, and also if you guys have doubles of Pokemon, which I do, I have 2 Rattatas here. So let's say I did not want this Pokemon, I could go ahead and go to the transfer, and as you guys can see, you can't take it back after it's transferred to the professor. Basically the way that works is it will give you 1 candy for that Pokemon, so you can keep collecting candy for Pokemon if you have duplicates. And like I said, that candy is used to power up and to evolve that Pokemon. So that's your Pokemon section. You also do have the Pokédex, which is going to show you all the Pokemon you've caught and also all the Pokemon you have not found yet, which is cool. So I found quite a few Pokemon, but there is a whole lot that I have not found yet, which is going to take some time. Also, you do have your items here. So you have potions, revives, you have incense. The potions and revives are used for the Poke Gyms, which I'll show you guys what that is in a minute. You have your incense, which is going to be used to attract Pokemon to your location. So if you're, going to bed some night and you want to play the game for a little bit, you can use an incense, and that will attract Pokemon to your location, so you don't have to physically go walk around to find them. You also do have your Pokeballs. You have your lure modules, and I'll show you guys what those are for in a minute. You have raspberries that helps catch more rare Pokemon that are good at getting away. You also do have a camera. You can take pictures of all the Pokemon that you encounter. And then you do have 2 egg incubators, and I'll explain more with the stuff in here in a minute. Once you've caught Pokemon and you're starting to run out of Pokeballs, or you've become a level 5 and you want to go to a Poke Gym, basically, like I said, you got to go walk around to these locations. So first off, you guys notice all these kind of blue looking cubes out in the world. Those are Pokéstops, and they're actually real world monuments. So let's go ahead and let's select on this one. As you guys can see, this is the Boy Scouts fishing pier. This is a real thing that I live nearby, and once you go physically visit this place, this Pokestop, you can spin this image and you will get items. You will get Pokeballs, so that's the main way you're going to get more Pokeballs once you run out. And then you also do get the revives, and you get potions, and then you can also find eggs at the Pokestops as well. And I'll show you guys more about the egg in a minute. So that's how you get more Pokeballs, and those do have a timer, so once you visit it, about 10 minutes later, it will be ready to go again. So if you guys notice in the distance there's a bunch of Pokestops. That's actually a cemetery and a park that I live by. So I went there last night and basically just kind of walked around all the Pokestops over and over, basically doing laps, and that's how I got so many Pokeballs. And I was very surprised. It was about 9:30 at night, and I want to say there was about 20 other strangers there walking around playing Pokemon Go. And I don't live in that big of a city, so I was very surprised that there was that many people out playing this game, and they were out in that cemetery going to all the Pokestops. It was really quite intriguing, and I was very surprised by it. So those are the Pokestops. And like I said, you get eggs from the Pokestops. So if we go into Pokemon, as you guys can see, there's 2 sections at the top. You have your Pokemon, and then you have your eggs section. So if we select on the eggs here, the eggs you can find at the Pokestops. Like I said, you also do get incubators. You have one that has infinite uses. You get that by default, and then you can also get incubators that will work 3 times. It'll hatch 3 eggs, and then after that it breaks, basically. So you have 3 different types of eggs. You have a 2 kilometer, a 5 kilometer, and a 10 kilometer. That's basically the egg rarity. The 2 kilometer are common, the 5 kilometer are the kind of middle ones, and then the 10 kilometer are the very rare eggs. And the way the incubators work is you actually have to go walk around outside, and you have to walk that distance to get that egg to hatch. So that, like I said, this one's 5 kilometers. I've walked 2.37 kilometers out of the 5 so far. And then once I've finished that 5 kilometers, the egg will hatch and I'll get a new Pokemon. The eggs will hatch, you know, different and rare Pokemon. So very cool concept with that as well. You have the gym. Now, did I just get a vibrate? I think no. Oh, there's a Pokemon. I knew I felt a vibrate. So let's go ahead and let's try and catch another Pokemon really quick. Weedle. I've caught this guy before. So let's see if we can't catch this guy. He's a level 59. Decent level. So as you guys can see, me just sitting here at home, occasionally Pokemon do walk by my house, and it gives me the opportunity to catch them. But like I said, you're going to find a lot more if you go actually walk around outside, and I mean a lot more. Alright, let's add him to the collection. Once you've reached level 5, you can choose a team. There's 3 different teams. There's a yellow team, a blue team, and a red team. I forget all their names, but I'm the blue team, which is Team Mystic. And if you guys notice, the gyms off in the distance, they're being run by Team Yellow. So those are gyms that need to be taken over yet. And this is where you're going to battle other people's Pokemon. These are real people, and these are their Pokemon that they've leveled up. So as you guys can see, this is the Riverside Street Park Gym. It's a level 2. We can click on the name. It'll show an image of the area that it's in. So if you're trying to find it, you basically have to physically go to this place to battle at the gym, which is really cool. So once you've gone there, I can't physically do it because I'm recording, but you can select on this guy's Pokemon, and then you can pick your best Pokemon to battle against him, and you have to beat them enough to bring the gym level down, and then you can take over the gym, and then you will be allowed to leave one of your Pokemon at that gym to defend it. So it's really cool how that works. So as you guys can see, all the gyms around me are currently being run by the yellow team, which sucks because we actually took all 3 of them over last night. They were all blue, and like I said, going to these places, you will kind of run into other people playing this game, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. Just, you know, go in there and you see that they're sitting on their phone. You know they're sitting there at the gym. They're actually playing this game. It's really quite cool. If we go into our character section, as you guys can see, it shows my character name, my level. I'm a level 8. It took a lot of walking and grinding to get to that point. You have a journal, which is going to show you everything that you've been doing, all the Pokemon that you've caught. If we go further, you can see these are the Pokéstops that I visited last night, and it shows the items that you found at the Pokéstop. I got Revive and 2 Pokeballs at that one, 2 Pokeballs and a potion at that one, and etc. So it's kind of cool that you keep a live journal of what you've done. And then you also do have medals down here for doing certain things. So I have a silver medal for one of them. You can go ahead and select on it. It'll show you what you have to do to keep going in progress with it. You have Bird Keeper. I've caught 32 flying type Pokemon. As you guys can see, the silver medal will be at 50 once I've done that. So very cool that you have all these different medals for doing different things. If we go back into our kind of menu here, we can go to the shop. This is where you can buy certain things with in-app purchases. I haven't felt the need to do this yet, but if you do have a gym and you are, you have your Pokemon there and you're defending it off from other Pokemon Go players, as you guys can see, you have the ability to get the coins for doing that. And you can use the coins to purchase Pokeballs, incense, lucky eggs. You can get lure modules, and you can also get incubators. There's also a bag upgrade and a Pokemon storage upgrade as well. And then down below that are the coins that you can do as an in-app purchase. Like I said, I haven't even felt a need to do that yet. Really not that necessary. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much what the game is all about. Unfortunately, I couldn't, physically go walk around and record this because that would have been a bit tricky. But definitely a very addicting and fun game. I would say you guys just got to try it out, if you want to see what it's all about. And I can almost guarantee you're going to get addicted. It's really, really cool. It's an awesome way to go out and get, some exercise. Also, play a game and keep it entertaining. So this is basically an in-depth review of the Pokemon Go. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.